2. All right. Was it difficult to navigate the harmonics?
Sometimes I didn't do what I marked down.
So where did you default? What was your favorite? Did you have a favorite?
I like the short one the best. The
Verses,
Oh,
right?
yeah, the short.
Cool. All right. Well, good. Well, I mean, a lot of this is very good. Okay. A flat. Yeah. Interesting. So how does A flat relate to F?
Just
Yeah, they're relative keys, right? So, yeah. So I think we should lines there. Great. Can you find any motion here? Well, I mean, so these chords here, what did you identify?
that was a B flat minor
Okay.
and an F minor. And then it was in C major and then A major.
Okay.
And then the last 4 bars.
So if we think about the key of B flat to F, C, okay.
That's jumping fifths.
Okay. So what might we call that if we, in music, when we see a pattern like that?
Sequence.
Yeah. So sequential motion. So we've got this pattern of perfect fifths that we keep resolving to. And then we make our way back to this A flat major. And so what is the A, we just mentioned, but the A flat major is the relative major key to F minor, which we determined on it last week was most likely the key, the central key of the piece, even though the key signature may not necessarily indicate that, right? And then what do we have at the end?
The bigger third.
So we have the Picardy third, okay. So did you hear the Picardy third very clearly? important that your ears are hearing what you intend to hear. And so how does that inform you? I mean, you got some, I think you did a very nice job with this. This is really good.
I just thought, so the last 4 bars, I thought it was just like a build, I was trying to build it all.
Okay. Good.
Because I tried to have this section be a forte, and then try to drop back down, and try to build to the end.
So after doing this, did you feel like this helped you? Like analyzing the score? Did you feel like?
Oh yeah, so much.
Yeah.
Because you're just kind of flying blind when you don't.
Yeah, I mean, it's just time. When you don't know it now, all of a sudden now you know what to expect. Did you hear what you thought you'd hear?
Yeah, I think I could have been clearer on my what I expected dynamically.
Okay. All right. So now we talked about musically what's happening here and your ideas about this. So a couple things gesturally that I think would help. Sometimes I think when you want them to get louder, you tend to try to will them into position with your body motion. So we kind of, and it does. I mean, the more you move, the more sound you're going to encourage. But I wonder if sometimes if we move our bodies too much to get that, sometimes that can be a little confusing. Maybe not give them the sound support. So I might suggest that if you want them to move, if you want them to get louder, the first thing you want to do is start from less, right? So if my goal dynamic is going to be here, and I'm already here, then to get them to that point, I'm going to probably need to do this so that I don't have to do the excess motion. So it may just minimize once they're in, let them play. And if you're not getting what you want, then you can keep listening, and if you want more, then we have two tools in the bag so far that we know we can use. We can move more, show more resistance, and we can also lower the plane a little bit to enhance some of that sound as well, right? So look, we're going to do a little bit of this again and think about that. Other thing, when you're releasing, I thought your short scissor releases, you had the right idea. I think you might want to make the release a little smaller.
Okay.
So that the prep, remember, small release, big prep, so that it's really clear. Because at times, it almost looked like you were going on because you went way up kind of slowly.
Yeah.
So if you stay here and give a small release, and the prep is more clear that way. Okay, so and now, then take it a step further. When you're doing the no breaks, when you're doing the no break fermata, you actually have to sustain the fermata though. You kind of just went through it in time. So allow time to exist so they know there's a fermata, or sustaining, and then proceed.
Okay.
All right? Want to start this again?
Sure.
Cool. Overall, really, I mean, there's some really nice things happening. You got some good ideas. I love your analysis. I think it's really good. And it's really clear. So let's just take it a step further. What dynamic do you want? Okay. Now, that's how they kind of move a little bit more.
Yeah.
Now, if you want them, especially when they're playing quiet, it's going to feel like they're waiting. And in some ways they are, because they don't want to offend with their sound. So they're trying to wait and blend their sounds together. So in order to keep them from being really slow, we can't wait on them, and we can't start slowing down for them. We need to get kind of just say, no, this is the tempo we're going to go, now that you're in, and then they catch up. They'll catch on. Okay? It might feel like you're out in front, but again, if we want to lead people to the door, we have to get to the door. Okay? So, and, this is the next step for you, because you're doing this is fine, they're starting to play better for you. This is all good, going just fine. Did you get what you wanted dynamically?
Yeah.
Okay, good. The fermatas I would consider, these are big moments in music, and when I say big moments, a moment of change, this is a moment where we can't just play, they all have to actually look at you and get information at the same time. And so, when they look up and you're looking down,
Yeah.
and unfortunately right now, that's the part of the teacher mode that we have to get through, is that these are the moments that you're gonna wanna look down because you're learning it, but they're also the moments that you have to not look down because they're looking at you in that moment, okay?
Okay.
It'll take some getting used to, okay? Overall, nice job.